How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Positive Mindset Podcast, where we come together to raise our vibration, lift our perspective, and build a positive mindset. My name is Henry, and I'm so thankful to have each and every one of you here today because in this episode, we're going to talk about how to supercharge your brain, your frequency, and your energy. If you're feeling down, if you're feeling lost, if you're feeling stuck, and you want to step into your highest self, this is the episode for you, and make sure to stay tuned to the very end because we're going to do some deep healing meditative breaths to help us align on this frequency and take it throughout the day. So what we're going to do is we're going to say some statements. I'm going to say these things, and I want you to listen to how it makes you feel. Like when you hear me say it, and then possibly when you try to say it, how does it feel? So when I say that I'm the greatest of all time, what do you think? When I say that I'm a god, when I say that I'm the best, when I say I can do anything, I can accomplish anything, how does it make you feel? When I say that there's no mountain I can't climb, when there's no limit to the money I can make, when there's no limit to the joy that I can have, that there's no limit to the success I can have, how does that make you think? How do you feel when you hear those things? How does it feel when you say it? When you say to yourself, I'm the greatest. I'm the best my partner could ever have. I'm the best my employer could ever have. I'm the best that could ever do this thing. I'm the best to ever do whatever it is. How does it feel when you say that? You see, words represent something. They're not just words. We interpret them and we feel things. When people say certain things, we feel a certain way. How we are when we visualize a thing can affect it too. If you're having a bad day and someone says to you, hey, good morning, how are you going to respond? Are you going to respond from your negative energy or your high energy? Because if you're walking around having a bad day, you're thinking about in your head, saying the words, visualizing the thoughts of what's wrong. Controlling your thoughts is so important. You're going to have uncontrolled thoughts. You're going to have ways of thinking. You're going to have beliefs that come into your brain, but those are not yours. You observe them. You observe them, feel them, and operate based upon them. So make sure you incorporate things that align with who you want to be. If you want to be the best, you better say you're the best. You better think you're the best. You better believe that you're the best, no matter what it is. If you're shy and you want to go out and start dating, you want to meet people, speak in your highest authority. Don't worry about the competition if that's how you view things. Don't worry about other suitors. Don't worry about those things. Be your highest self. Say, I am the greatest. I am the best. And then operate along with that. You see, if you say the word, if you say the frequency, you observe the frequency, and you act in alignment with it, you become that thing. So when you say, I am the greatest, and then you don't operate that way, then you know that you're not. You ever have those people that you're around who say all the right stuff, but you just get that feeling like they're phony, they're fake. They say the positive words, they say the positive things, they maybe even do some of the stuff, but you just get this feeling like they're not genuine. They're not real. You will do that to yourself. If you say that you are great at something, but then don't act accordingly, then you are telling yourself that you're the same phony. You're the same imposter. You're the same, look-alike, not the real thing. But when you can say it and act accordingly, you see, when you say that I'm the greatest, it doesn't mean you act the greatest, meaning better than everyone else. It means you do the things that the greatest would do in your situation. Whether that's with a friend, whether it's a company, whatever it is, when you say that you're the greatest, it's not about being the greatest in that moment. It's about operating as the greatest would. Think about sports. Think about the best, who's the greatest of all time for you? Maybe we'll say basketball. Maybe Michael Jordan is your favorite. He didn't win every game. He didn't make every shot. He didn't handle every situation perfectly, but many would say that he's the greatest. Nobody is the greatest all the time, meaning in result, but you can be that in spirit, in energy at any moment. The energy that you are at all times matters. You cannot operate low frequency and then operate high frequency in a room. You are as you are. This is something that I talk about with employees and stuff that I work with that are maybe front level or beginner entry level positions, why it's so important to shine. If you are miserable in your job and you act accordingly, you operate in that low frequency, most likely you are not going to attract something better. But when you operate in high vibration, when you operate as your best and you say that you're the best, you think that you're the best, and then you do what the best would do in your situation, you will attract a situation that expands that. So don't compare yourself to others. Don't compare yourself what has been. Only look at what you say and how you perceive it. I am the greatest. Say it with me. Say, I am the greatest. Think about what you're applying it to. Are you at your job? Are you a salesperson? Are you a doctor? Are you a lawyer? Whatever it is, or maybe you're a student. Say, I am the greatest, and visualize what the greatest is to you. And maybe it's an actual person that's done something. Visualize that and then operate as they would in that moment. That's how you become something. We are human beings, not just human. We are beings. We are something. We are an energy, a frequency, a pattern that goes over and over and over, and we can move where that pattern operates. Your thoughts are the biggest indicator of where you're operating. When something happens and you go to why me, when something happens and you see how you're victimized by it, when something happens and you see what's wrong first, then that's what you resonate with, and that's you. Don't say that you're realistic. Don't say that you're trying to, be prepared for the worst. Don't use that language. Just know what you are. If you see the worst in a situation, if you see what's wrong in a situation, if you see why you can't win a situation first, and overwhelmingly that's what you focus on, that's what you are. So when you hear I'm the greatest and then you try to say why you're not, why I'm not, then that's what you are. You are the thing that you speak of. You are the reaction that you give. We are what we are in our most stressed situations. We are what we are in our most difficult situations. We are what we are when things don't go our way. Who you are when everything working is out. Your body's healthy, your mind's healthy, you've got money, you look good, you're young, no injuries. That's not who you are. That's you operating without any resistance. When the resistance happens, that's when you find out your true state of being. That's how you know. So if you're feeling tested, if your relationship is hard, if work is hard, if the economy is hard, if that's what you're being tested on, be the greatest then. Meaning, you don't have to be the richest person. You don't have to be the happiest person. You don't have to be those things. Just operate what the greatest would do there. How would the greatest dig themselves out of your situation? Because they wouldn't stay there because they don't resonate with there. You do. I resonate with my current situation. If I want to change it, I have to think and act and believe differently. If I do not, it will stay the same. It doesn't matter how much I want more money, how much I want a happier life, how much I want the car, the house, the island, the airplane, whatever it is. It doesn't matter how much I want it. If I don't become the thing that's attracted to those things, you'll never have it. Beings have value. You know when someone enters the room and it makes it feel differently. You know when someone enters the room and it lifts you up. You know when you enter the room and it lifts you down or lowers you down. Energy matters. Your energy matters. So say it, hear it. I am the greatest. I am the best. I am the man. I am the woman. I am the king. I am the queen. I am the champion. I am the leader. I am the founder. I am the one. Whatever it is that resonates with you, say it, believe it, act accordingly. You see, it's a journey that we're all on. It's an experience that we're all having. So stop thinking you have to be the result. You don't have to say that you're the greatest and then win the championship. You don't have to say you're a champion and then win the you don't have to win the champion. Like, of course, if people aren't going to call you the champion if you didn't win it, but it's about the mindset. You want to align with that version of you that's already achieved it. You want to align with that version of you that is living the life that you want to live, so it can be pulled towards you, not pushed away from you as you try to show up as the version of you that's seeing what you don't have. But even if by some miracle you were able to make it to that next level, somehow you made it to that next level, it doesn't matter because you wouldn't even be able to enjoy it. Because you would bring the same lack, the same loss, all that with you to that level. So we're going to take a deep breath in, and as we're breathing in, I want you to pick your word. You can say you're the greatest, you're the strongest, you're the man, you're the woman, whatever to you is the powerful sentence that is hard to believe, that you don't want to believe, that when you hear someone say it, you think of all the reasons why they're not. You see, when I say I'm the greatest of all time, why am I not? You've got reasons, you've got thoughts. So pick that word that matters to you. And as we breathe in, say it. I'm the greatest of all time. I'm the strongest. I'm the most joyful. I'm the happiest. Whichever one you want, just say it again and again as you breathe in. And as you're holding your breath, visualize yourself as that version achieving. So if you say you're the greatest of all time and you're applying it to your business, see yourself as the greatest of all time in your business. Whatever it is, see it and visualize it. And as you exhale, allow everything to drift away. Stay connected with that version of you and tie into it. When you open your eyes at the end, be that version. Let's go ahead and take a deep breath in. And out. Everything is happening for you. Everything is existing at once. Your mindset, meaning the setting or the frequency that you are setting your mind on, matters. The words you use matter. Imprint them in your brain again and again and again. This is what we're meant to do. We're meant to become something. We're meant to level up because you take that with you. So let's rise up and become the rising tide that lifts all ships. Well, thank you so much for watching. I hope this episode was impactful and gave you a different perspective on whatever it is that you're going through. If you want to make sure you don't miss a single episode, make sure you subscribe to my email list. There's a link down below. It will keep you up to date with every single episode. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's my Instagram and TikTok down below. I appreciate all the follows there. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day, and I can't wait to talk to you next time.